Is it humbling to, you've been given awards by the New England Patriots, 40 for 40. Of course, you're the Grand Marshal today. How humbling is that?
Incredibly. I mean, I grew up going to this 4th of July parade. I grew up attending Pittsfield High School and marching in the marching band here at these parades. So it's just so humbling, and it's such an honor to, from being a little girl going to these parades to now being the Grand Marshal. I know all my friends and family are here today, and they're so excited to be a part of this. So I'm just so grateful to be here.
What are you most looking forward to being on the parade route today?
I'm so excited for so many people to learn about Strong Little Souls. That is just always so exciting to continue to spread the word, to make sure that everyone in the community knows about Strong Little Souls, knows that there's so many families here in the Berkshires that are affected by pediatric cancer and what we're doing to support them.
So if anyone wants to learn more, where can we go? What can we do? Is there a phone number, Facebook, website? What?
Just about everything,
Just
honestly.
about everything?
Facebook, Strong Little Souls, Instagram, Strong Little Souls, and we have a website, stronglittlesouls.org. So you can find all of our contact info there on the website.
It sounds like if you Google Strong Little Souls, you're going to come up with everything right there, right away.
Yes.
Madison Quinn, thank you so much for all you do for the community.
Yes.
And congratulations on being the Grand Marshal in today's 4th of July parade. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy every single moment.
I will.
This is your moment to shine and to shine Strong Little Souls. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short time out here, and we will be back with more of the parade and the pre-parade show. That's a lot of words. Coming up here on PCTV.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree is here. Apply at berkshirecc.edu to join Berkshire Community College for free. Berkshire Bank. Where you bank matters. Presenting Berkshire One, our digital suite of products with premium perks for everyday banking. Learn more at berkshirebank.com.
Welcome back to the pre-parade show here at the 4th of July parade, about 21 minutes away from kicking the parade off this year. Madison Quinn mentioned she marched in the Pittsfield High School marching band, and they will be here today as well. A ton of marching bands, including the WOFAT band, which was able to perform last night at the Common. It was a little dicey with the weather, but the weather moved out just in time. And then we got a beautiful picture-perfect day today. So the WOFAT band will be here. Lots of great bands, lots of fire departments, police departments, a little bit of everything as we have the 4th of July parade this year. Just an amazing array of floats and balloons and just a lot of fantastic stuff happening. That's really about 20 minutes away. And we're also going to have Miss Massachusetts and Miss Teen Massachusetts as part of the parade as well. We had the opportunity to talk with them earlier, so let's take a look at that interview. All right, we're thrilled to be joined by Miss Massachusetts and Miss Massachusetts Teen. We have Kayla Griffin and Ava Dooley. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Yes.
So how recently, I know the Miss Massachusetts thing is relatively recent. When were you officially crowned?
So I was crowned on June 21st.
Okay.
And I was crowned on June 22nd, so the day
cool.
after.
Hey, back-to-back crownings. We got this.
So how's life been since being crowned? I mean, you have to come out here. You were saying you weren't sure where Pittsfield was. I grew up in the Boston area, totally understandable.
Yeah.
I grew up my whole life thinking Western Mass was Worcester, so it's all good.
Worcester? Oh, my gosh.
It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. So,
I mean, it's definitely been super busy, but, I mean, we're always on the go. That's why we have our crown boxes. But, I mean, it's been a blast, and Kayla's amazing, so working with her and looking up to her is just really inspiring.
Well, she's incredibly sweet. I could not be happier that she is my teen. She's amazing and has accomplished so much at a young age already. But yes, we have our crown boxes because we're always on the go. I had no idea where Pittsfield was, but like I'm so happy that we're here. It's incredible. The people have been awesome, and yeah, I'm excited.
The worst part of it is, and it's not as bad anymore now that they changed the exit numbers. But like exit 3 to exit 2, it's like, all right, almost there. And then it's like, 30 miles to the next exit.
Exactly, yes. Right. Yeah. I was like, wait, there's another hour.
Yes. So how did you both get into this? How long ago?
So I have been a dancer in the Miss Massachusetts pageant for the past 5 years, and I would always be backstage, and the contestants would tell me, like, maybe you should try it, like, you have a talent, and I never listened to them. But because I mentor young kids, I was like, if I'm teaching them to step out of their comfort zones and try, like, new things, like, I want to prove to them that, like, you can do it, and you should do it. So that's ultimately why I decided to do it, and I'm so honored to have received the title.
Yeah, Ava, talk a little more about Choreograph Your Future.
So that's my CSI, and I think as a mentor at my dance studio, it's always been a passion of mine to help younger kids. And because dance has helped me in so many ways, I think I needed to have a CSI that involved dancing, of course, as well as mentoring kids. So I called it Choreograph Your Future.
So for the folks at home, what does CSI mean?
So that is your community service initiative.
Gotcha.
So when you win the title of Miss Massachusetts or Miss Massachusetts Teen, you want to host anything you can, like events, fundraisers, involving your CSI. And it could be anything you want, anything that is meaningful to you.
Great.
And Kayla, your CSI is Unhoused Americans. Tell us more about that.
Yes, so I work in healthcare, and one day I hope to be a physician. And during COVID, I had a lot of experiences with our unhoused community, and it really sparked, motivation for me to make change and speak up for a lot of populations that are oftentimes very vulnerable, especially in Boston, Cambridge, Worcester, all of these places. And so with the Miss America opportunity, we have our community service initiative, and I was able to then create my initiative, the Purple Blueprint, and we just create solutions for unhoused Americans, do fundraising, and raise a lot of awareness.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
And how did you get into this?
Yes, so a friend of mine actually was a pageant girl from, toddlers and tiaras age. And I was never like that. I just, but she introduced me to it, and she talked about the scholarship money that comes with it, and the sisterhood and the mentorship advocacy, and I thought that was something I was all about, and I really wanted to check it out. So last year I started my first pageant, and I was encouraged to keep going, and thank God I did. So
Yeah.
that's my story in pageants, yeah.
Now,
That's
you two seem
amazing.
to have a camaraderie. Is the teen in Miss Massachusetts teen and Miss Massachusetts, how are you bonded?
A lot.
Yes, I mean, a lot. I mean, we do pretty much everything together.
yeah.
Some things we don't. But, I mean, it's like an automatic sisterhood. Like, she is someone that I obviously look up to, and it's great.
So sweet.
She is amazing. I love working with her.
No, and same. I'm like, I don't think at this age I was even close to as cool as Ava. Like, it's incredible, but no,
Not at all.
it's definitely fun because we get to do everything together,
Right.
and the sisterhood is very real, and I
It
love having her as my little sister.
Well, we only have a few seconds left. Can you bring the crown box into the shot?
Oh, we need
Yeah,
to see
let
this
me-
crown box.
let's-
I am total in awe of this crown
There we
box.
go.
This is Kayla.
This is our
And you carry that around everywhere you go. That is so cool.
Everywhere.
Mirror inside.
There's a mirror
There's a mirror
inside?
inside. Only you guys will get to see it because it's a mess in there.
Yes.
But here we
Sneak
Oh,
peek.
wow.
Oh my
That's-
A
gosh.
little bit of it there.
Little bit. Wow. That is incredible.
I love it.
Love it.
Well, Kayla, Ava, thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you
us.
guys
Have fun
so
in the
much for
parade.
having
Welcome
us.
to
Yes,
Pittsfield.
enjoy it.
Yes, thank
And,
you guys for having us.
We're going to take a little more contents of the crown box. But
We're
you folks
inspectors.
will be getting our welcome from Mayor Peter Marchetti, welcoming us to the parade.
Good morning and happy 4th of July. Whether you happen to be watching this from your living room in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, or somewhere in Berkshire County, or across our nation, or even across
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by
Good morning and happy 4th of July. Whether you happen to be watching this from your living room in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, or somewhere in Berkshire County, or across our nation, or even across the sea at some of our sister cities, I want to welcome you to downtown Pittsfield and our 4th of July parade celebration. I first want to thank Pittsfield Community Television for doing the work they do, because without them, you wouldn't be able to sit in the comfort of your home and watch the next hour and a half to 2 hours of parade. I especially also want to thank the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade Committee, because without them, we also wouldn't have a parade. And with all of my decades of working on the parade, This is the first year that this has not been my responsibility, so I know firsthand all the hard work that these folks have been putting into the parade. So on behalf of the City of Pittsfield, all its city officials and citizens, we want to wish you a happy 4th of July. Sit back, relax, and enjoy an outstanding parade by the Pittsfield Parade Committee.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. KJ Nosh Catering Company is a full-service catering company operating from 3 locations, led by Chef Mike Mungin and Food and Beverage Director Sky Vella. KJ Nosh Catering specializes in weddings, rehearsals, showers, brunches, and everything in between. For inquiries, call 413-464-9582. This year marks 125 years of the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires, supporting local youth and families, from preschool and mentoring to after-school programs and summer camp fun. We've been here helping generations grow, learn, and thrive. We're proud of our past and excited for what's next. Here's to 125 years strong and the future ahead.
I'm Samuel Pasquale from PCTV. Happy 4th of July. I'm here with Time, our spot robot from Boston Dynamics. And we've got with us today Rick, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this really fascinating robot.
So Spot's an agile mobile robot that is small enough and agile enough to get into difficult and hard to reach circumstances. We have about 2,000 of them out in the field right now, and Spot's been a commercial product since about 2019, so about 6 years now. You'll find Spot inspecting factories and power plants, nuclear plants. You also find Spot working with public safety and first responders as a way of accessing buildings and structures that have collapsed to try and save lives and protect people, and while keeping the first responders safe.
I heard you mention earlier that this is 30 years of, a culmination of 30 years of work.
Yeah, so Boston Dynamics actually started as a research project at MIT, and the 2 researchers who initially worked at the Leg Lab at MIT in 1992 founded Boston Dynamics right around then, 92, 93. And there had been a lot of variations on a lot of work on various robots over the years. A lot of work with bipeds, but also a lot of work with the quadrupeds and various other kinds of robots. We actually have a museum at Boston Dynamics that shows some of the more interesting robot projects we've worked on over the years. Like I think my favorite one is Sandflea, which is a little tiny robot that actually jumps 30 feet in the air.
30 feet. That's 30. Wow.
Yeah, Sandflea's pretty amazing. And we've got a bunch of the earlier versions of the quadrupeds. There's been several versions of quadrupeds leading up to Spot.
Great. And can you tell me, you I'm sure that you take this to different places. Can you tell me some of the reactions that you get, and like how do people usually feel or act around the robot?
So I'm a trainer at Boston Dynamics, and one of my jobs is to show the new hires, show everybody who starts at Boston Dynamics, the last thing they do on their first day is they come to my lab and I show them how to use the robot. And that's one of my favorite parts of my job, because there's a bunch of people. Some of them work in finance and some of them work in catering, but they're in the building. They get to work. They're going to see the robots, so we let them work with the robots, and they're just very excited. Everybody's just really thrilled to see Spot and work with Spot and even drive Spot around a little bit.
Pretty cool stuff. They're going to be there for another 10 minutes or so. Hopefully you got the opportunity, if you are out and about the parade, to check out Spot. We're going to send things down to West Housatonic Street, the merge, as it's called, the Pittsfield Parade Committee circles, and Becky Manship's there to talk to some of the folks about the parade today. Take it away, Becky.
Hello and welcome to the start of the parade. I'm here with Rebecca Breen. She's the parade president, and we're going to be talking to her. Welcome, Rebecca. How are you doing this morning? Are you ready?
I'm as ready as we're ever going to be. It's controlled chaos here at where everything is setting up, but we're really lucky to have a great day and so many people here.
Yes, as being part of the parade for many years myself, we've had the gamut of weather, so this really is a beautiful, perfect day with the breeze. So, Young at Heart is the theme. So, how did the parade committee come up with that?
We really think that our youth here in the Berkshire County are something to be celebrated. Our Grand Marshal, Madison Quinn, was suggested as an individual who actually started at a 13-year-old, a nonprofit, to be able to help children and families with cancer. So we just wanted to run with it.
And great. What does Young at Heart mean to you?
Well, it can be anything from our veterans who are marching in the parade or are here every year to honor the tradition of what July 4th means, as well as all of the youth groups that are here. Of course, we've always had the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, Gladys Allen Brigham. They're always here with someone that they have celebrated themselves, and we can celebrate with them.
That's so great. And what are you looking forward to most this morning?
So we have a new group here with us called Mystic Deities. They are stilt walkers, and they will be here helping the WOFAT brass band actually down the parade route.
All right, that's really exciting. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Good luck this morning. We're looking forward to seeing what you put together.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go to Mayor Marchetti. Hi, Mayor. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing great, getting used to not having to be the person responsible for the parade.
I know. What's it like being on this side of it, not having to be in charge of everything and being at the merge for putting the parade together?
I think there's a lot of relief, and there were two fears. One, there's a lot of stuff that's been put off onto the new parade committee and to Rebecca Breen filling my shoes. And then, hey, we always need a good day for the parade, and both have turned out perfect. So I'm looking forward to marching down the street just once and enjoying a parade at the end as a spectator.
And what does Young at Heart, the theme, mean to you?
Well, I mean, I think we talk about it all the time when we're trying to create parade themes, and it's celebrating our youth. It's celebrating our tomorrow and the future. And I think they've done a great job with selecting a Grand Marshal. Every year, as you know, we do the Youth of the Year. I just think, what is a parade for? The parade are for the kids, and here we are.
I couldn't agree more. And so, beyond the parade, what's happening today in downtown Pittsfield?
So today we have a lot of our businesses that are open during the parade, but tonight there is a game at Wacona Park sponsored by the Adult Baseball League. It's my understanding that you can get liquid refreshments and also food, and then either at dusk or 9 o'clock, depending upon which happens. With the game going on, there are fireworks that will be shot off from Wacona Park.
So you heard it here. Baseball is back on the 4th of July. Same with the fireworks. So we are definitely looking forward to that. What are you looking forward most of the parade today?
I'm just interested to watch at the end, which is something that I haven't really done in 20-something years, and just to be able to see the size of the crowd that have turned out once again for a great annual tradition in the city.
Great. Thank you so much, Mayor Marchetti. Enjoy every moment.
Good luck
Have
to you
a great
guys.
day. All right, and let's go find one of our veteran friends. Where did he go? Where did Chris go? Well, in the meantime, while we wait for... This is Rael. He's been on the parade committee for how long?
Too long. I took your place, my God. You should not left the Pittsfield committee.
You're so funny. But are you in charge of floats now? How many do we have this year?
We have 25 float this year.
25?
25.
Wow. That's quite a...
That's a good group.
That is a good group.
And wonderful people, and they are all here.
Yes. They're all here and no late.
All are here.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Because I know we had issues with that.
No,
but
we take good care of them, and we tell them when it's time for the workshop.
Yes.
We tell them to be there and to be on time.
Yep. So the floats have to go through a workshop every year just to go through safety regulations and do's and don'ts and that kind of thing, and get information about parade warning so it goes smoothly. So that's great to hear that you're still doing that, and that's going well.
Of course, with the fire department, they are wonderful people too, and they help us. Every year they help us.
Great. Well, thank you, Riel, for your service.
No problem. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
All right, thanks. Now we're going to go find our friend. All right, can you come through here? Let's come through here. Well, hello, sir. How are you doing this morning?
Good, and yourself?
Good. And what is your name and what is your role?
My role, I'm a Kaiser role. No, Chris Keegan. I'm a member of the Marine Corps League here with the rest of the Marine Corps League detachment. And this year we have a Toys for Tot float with the Young at Heart theme for the 4th of July parade. And I'm the Berkshire County coordinator for Toys for Tots. This will be my 11th year coordinating it. And all the toys stay in Berkshire County. We provide toys for less fortunate children, ages newborn to 14-year-old boys and girls.
That's an amazing job. And what is the sense that you get? What is that feeling from doing this and being involved for so long?
It's very rewarding, and quite honestly, so many people help. It's I've surrounded myself with a lot of dedicated, hardworking people. I'm smart enough to do that, but it's been tremendous. This community rallies behind all sorts of charities, and the Toys for Tot numbers have grown each year. Over 6,000 children got toys last year in the county.
Oh,
so it's been it's gratifying. It really is.
Yes, it is. And we've got a beautiful, gorgeous day.
We
it
do.
couldn't be any better than this.
It is.
So thank you so much for what you're doing, for your service.
I appreciate that. And Bob Garrity, this gentleman here, he put together the Toys for Tot float.
Well, thank you for your service and putting together the float. Have a great day. Enjoy this parade. And everybody, this is going to be a great day. Enjoy. And I'm going to throw it back to Bob Heck at the stage. I'll see you soon.
Well, thank you so much, Becky, giving us the ins and outs of what's happening at the down on West Housatonic Street at the Merge. We're just moments away from starting the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade for 2025. The theme this year is Young at Heart. Our Grand Marshal, the youngest Grand Marshal in the history of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade, Madison Quinn from Strong Little Souls. We had the opportunity to talk to her earlier, and we're looking forward to seeing her in the parade. We've got banners, we've got bands, we've got marching units, we've got fire trucks, a little bit of everything here for you at the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade on an absolutely picture-perfect Berkshire day here in downtown Pittsfield at Park Square. We're excited to get things started coming up in just a couple of minutes. So thank you all for tuning in. And if you're watching us on the Facebook feed from around the country and around the world, we'd love to hear from you. We had a check-in from Pittsburgh already, so thanks for watching us in the Burgh. We know some of the bars and restaurants have us on in Pittsfield as well, so we're very excited to get this thing started. I know I'm excited to get things started, so let's go ahead and get things started. The Pittsfield 4th of July Parade, Young at Heart 2025, starts now.
Welcome to Pittsfield Community Television's annual coverage of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade, live from Park Square in the beautiful Berkshire Hills of Western Massachusetts. PCTV, Pittsfield's community media organization, is proud to once again bring you local television coverage of our hometown parade, continuing a tradition begun on July 4th, 1988. Our staff and community volunteers, then as now, are dedicated to bringing this live event to you wherever you may be. We also welcome radio listeners of 89.7 WTBR FM Pittsfield and 88.1 WSBR Lee to a simulcast of today's festivities. Your hosts for today's coverage are Pittsfield Community Television's Bob Heck and Berkshire Community College's Becky Manship. We would like to take a moment to recognize our program underwriters, without whom this broadcast would not be possible. Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union, with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree is here. Apply at berkshirecc.edu to join Berkshire Community College for free. Berkshire Bank, where you bank matters. Presenting Berkshire One our digital suite of products with premium perks for everyday banking. Learn more at berkshirebank.com. KJ Nosh Catering Company is a full-service catering company operating from 3 locations. Led by Chef Mike Mungin and Food and Beverage Director Sky Vella, KJ Nosh Catering specializes in weddings, rehearsals, showers, brunches, and everything in between. For inquiries, call 413-464-9582. This year marks 125 years of the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires supporting local youth and families. From preschool and mentoring to after-school programs and summer camp fun, we've been here helping generations grow, learn, and thrive. We're proud of our past and excited for what's next. Here's to 125 years strong and the future ahead. This year's parade theme is Young at Heart and will feature over 160 units, including tall balloons, beautiful floats, talented bands, local dignitaries, and plenty of parade excitement. And now your hosts, Bob Heck and Becky Manship.
Send it down to Zoe Cahill performing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Zoe Cahill kicking off our 4th of July parade festivities. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Becky's back with us. No, you didn't have to run nearly the distance as the runners. Well, kicking off today's parade is the Pittsfield Police Department vehicles. They represent the courage, service, and commitment that keep our community safe every day. From school visits to neighborhood patrols, these dedicated officers are always ready to protect and serve with heart.
There's Chief Dolly leading us off.
Absolutely.
And then you can see Bertha, the bold, beloved 2003 Chevy SSR, where we cut back to Honor Guard. Then there's Bertha again. Behind the wheel, we've got Wild Bill Knowles and co-pilot Brenda Danforth of Dalton. It actually looks like Brenda's driving and Bill's in the passenger seat this year. That's a different scene. We're not used to that. But they are steering us into a celebration of all things young at heart. Oh, wait, Bill did. Okay. They're playing tricks on me because she was behind the wheel at the start of the parade.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going crazy, I swear. Bertha's just not a pace car. She's a rolling tribute to youthful spirit, decked out in stars, stripes, and pure personality. Let the parade begin with joy, horsepower, and heart. Whew.
That's a beautiful car. We've seen it most years here at the 4th of July parade.
Bill actually, he doesn't do the pace car for just this parade, he does it for other parades. So that looks like the Berkshire Athenaeum banner. And then the Star Balloon.
Yes, here comes our Star Spangled Spectacular. They're floating down the route sparkling in red, white, and blue, only supersized. The balloon is a nod to the spirit of freedom and the joy of childhood wonder. Pittsfield bands
Yeah, the
sort of
Pittsfield
snuck
High
by.
Yes,
They were-
they did. They sure did. So the Berkshire Athenaeum marching with imagination and inspiration. It's the Berkshire Athenaeum, Pittsfield's public library. This summer they invite you to level up at your library with their summer reading program.
Now the Veterans of Foreign Wars, Post 448. Welcome them. Your Honor Guard has performed nearly 360 military funerals.
And it looks like it's dawning the Pittsfield's Iraq and Afghanistan War Memorial replica that is located in Veterans Memorial Park, where they hold their annual 9/11 ceremonies. And it looks like the Veteran of the Year. Oh wait,
Yep, Veteran of the Year passed by. Joseph DiFilippo, a proud U.S. Army veteran who served in both the Korean Defense and Vietnam eras.
And that looks like the Dalton American Legion Post 155.
Another beautiful car.
Yes.
They honor fallen heroes with full military rights, and they retire flags with dignity on Flag Day.
Thank you for your service.
Now we got the James E. Callahan Chapter 65 of the Vietnam Veterans of America since 1982. This chapter has been a steady force of support for veterans and their families, offering connection, care, and community with over 100 dedicated members today.
And it looks like there's Soldier On right behind them.
Yep, based right here in Pittsfield since 1994 with a mission to change the end of the story. For at-risk veterans, they offer housing and vital support across the Northeast. No veteran should ever be without a place to call home. It's a great organization here in Pittsfield.
Sure is. Helps out so many.
A couple of buses with them this year.
Yeah. Looks like the
Beautiful shop atop 7 North Street.
look at the crowd. The crowd is very full today.
Absolutely, right behind us here in Park Square. Thanks so much for tuning in here for the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade 2025. I'm Bob Heck along with Becky Manship, and we're just getting started.
Yes, we are, and there's bubbles flying around us. That's really fun. Young at Heart theme right there and there, the bubbles flying around. And I saw so many kids, so many families running back up here from the start of the parade to the stage here in Park Square, and that's just something to see.
Well, we hear some music coming, and it's...
The Ghent Band.
Yeah, first we have the VFW Post 5933 Color Guard, formed in 1956 under Mort Schmemberhorn's leadership.
This proud unit has been beloved in the 4th of July parade for many years. Their dedication honors generation of American veterans with every crisp step and perfectly carried flag.
And right behind them, the Ghent Band. These musicians bring the heart of Ghent to every note they play. Let's listen in. And here is the Marine Corps League Detachment 137. Leading the way, Robert Garrity in his 1947 Willys Jeep, driven by his son William. A beautiful ride full of stories and service.
And there's Chris Keegan, who we talked to earlier with the Toys for Tots drive going on.
Chris does a tremendous job.
He does, and he used to be my neighbor in my old neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Loved having him in the neighborhood. But no, he's very dedicated, and the work that they do is quite something. And the community does rally around special causes like this one. They've already assembled quite a few toys in there.
Well, here comes American Legion Post 160 in Adams. Founded in 1919 by World War I veterans who served in France, this proud organization supports fellow service members, veterans, and the Adams community. Golf cart leading the way. I've always wanted a golf cart.
Same. That'd be so much fun. Just riding around, rolling around.
Well, my parents live down in the Villages, and that's all they drive. They drive the golf carts. Everybody down there, it's a trip.
And it looks like the Legion baseball team is with them. There's all the flags. There's the Legion baseball team, Post 68. And the Mountain One banner. And with the Mountain One banner, that makes Pittsfield Fire Department not far behind them.
We can hear them.
We can sure hear them. But
See
the
some of
Legion
our
is
veterans
still
come
going
by.
by.
Yep.
And there's the baseball team again. They play down at Clapp Park here in Pittsfield. All right, here's the Pittsfield Fire Department. The department's honor guard leads the way, as you can see. And then it's followed by Chief Salmons and a proud team of marchers. Their dive and rescue boat is with them. The brand new Engine 2 out of Morningside. And the 2008 Tower Ladder Rolling Tall. Today we salute Deputy Chief Ron Clement, retiring this week after a lifetime of service. We thank you, Deputy. And there's our fire department here in Pittsfield. Chief Salmons leading the way. And the Honor Guard is presenting their colors to us here at the stage. It's quite an honor for them to be with the Honor Guard.
There's Tower 1.
There they are.
How do they keep those axes so shiny?
I know. I know. I'm looking for our cousin that's on the squad, and I don't see him today. Maybe he's working. And there's that boat there. There we go.
Happy 4th.
And there's Engine 2. Shiny and new. Then there's Top Tier Elite. Serving athletes ages 1 to 18. They offer something for everyone, from tiny tumblers to all-star cheer champs. Their competitive teams, open to ages 3 and up, have once again wowed the nation at the D2 Summit, putting Adams, Mass on the cheerleading map.
And there's a lot that goes into that. I mean, they're practicing all the time. It's just remarkable the level of effort that goes into this. And we're going to see some.
Oh my goodness. When I was little, I tried cheerleading for a quick second, And because I was the smallest, they wanted me up on the tower there and flying, and I said, no way. I was too scared to do that. So kudos to them for being that brave.
Oh, absolutely. You just didn't have that flips, flair, and fierce spirit.
I did not. No such thing for me. And cartwheels, there we go. Have some fun.
And there's Madison Quinn. We got to speak to her earlier, the youngest Grand Marshal of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. She's now in her 20s. She led Strong Little Souls for over a decade, earning honors from the Patriots and BCC's 40 under 40. Just an incredible person, what she does for the community. And we're going to learn a little more about Strong Little Souls as they've got a group marching in the parade today.
She's a perfect fit for this theme, Young at Heart. And here we go. There's the City of Pittsfield. So we got Mayor Marchetti in the middle, Michelle Benjamin, our city clerk, Patrick Cavey, Ward 5, Pete White at large, Earl Pursup at large, Kenny Warren, Ward 1, Kathy Amuso, Alyssa Costa, Rhonda Sayre.
Matt Rinn's there. Matt Rinn still owes us a dance.
And Jim Conant.
Matt Rinn owes us a dance on Holmes Road that he should be videotaping for something he promised during the radiothon.
Oh, interesting. And then we've got State Senator Paul Mark and State Representative Tricia Farley Bouvier. They've been serving for quite some time.
And there were, we saw Spot earlier. The Berkshire delegation was responsible for getting Spot here and being a part of the parade with the meet and greet.
They definitely fight hard for us here in the Berkshires to put us on the map.
And here comes Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Thomas Bowler in the Berkshire County Sheriff's Office today with the skilled motorcycle unit trained for fast, focused emergency response. And of course the Honor Guard with them as well, who proudly represent the department at formal events that they are riding in.
The sheriff was part of commencement at Berkshire Community College. He always is.
Oh yeah, he loves it too. There he is.
He's all in this nice garb with this
stick?
staff, and it's something to see. And he loves events. He's a big part of this community here in Berkshire.
He's been sheriff for quite a while.
He was the Grand Marshal for us in the Halloween parade when I was with the City of Pittsfield. Ooh, I'm starting to hear some drums.
Absolutely, but before that we have Patsy Harris, Register of Deeds here in Berkshire County, keeping records for Pittsfield and 11 surrounding towns.
From Beckett to Washington, I guess.
I couldn't manage, I could barely manage my household. She's manages my household and all the households.
Right.
It's incredible.
You must be very organized to do that.
Oh yeah, I couldn't imagine. In a nice car with them as well.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's shiny. It looks shiny and new.
They must have used the same wax as they used on those axes.
Right? Oh, I'm excited for this next group. It's the Moodus Drum and Fife from Moodus, Connecticut. They've been going since 1821. So let's take a listen to this long-honored tradition.
My childhood.
Same here. From Fraggle Rock. They revived Fraggle Rock on Apple TV within the past couple of few years, and it just brings back memories from childhood.
I haven't seen that yet, but I remember Gobo, bold and curious heart of the Fraggles, always up for adventure.
And
here
full
comes
of questions too.
Yeah, Premium Waters, located right here in Pittsfield. They bottle over 330 million bottles of water every year.
Reminds us to keep hydrated on days like these.
Absolutely.
It's important to drink your water. Fun and festive. Looks like they have some vehicles with them today too. Firework.
Got
Eagle.
Freedom Rock. Looks like a. You remember those commercials? That might be before your time.
Maybe.
You listening to Freedom Rock? Yeah, well, turn it up, man.
Some Miley Cyrus. Are you in the USA?
The water drop running around.
There's a water droplet too.
One of those premium water trucks.
That's a big one. Oh, it looks like we have Miss Cookie Crumble coming up. Always up to something.
Yeah, she didn't ask me to be one of her bodyguards this year.
No, nope, nope.
Probably realizing I'm not so good at being a bodyguard.
She have toilet paper on herself.
That's left over from the pandemic.
Oh my gosh, I recognize one of those bodyguards right there.
She's trying to get up here.
Uh-oh.
Thank you to the bodyguards.
Yes, thank you for saving us. Now we got Alert Hose Company from Adams, Mass. They were founded in 1876. It's an all-volunteer unit that's been the backbone of the Adams Fire Department for nearly 150 years. Clad in their signature blue uniforms, these dedicated firefighters serve their community.
And they're planning something. I don't have all the information. I'm getting little bits of information, but they're planning a big event for their 150th,
Ooh.
which will be next year.
Look forward to that.
Now they have to stop as Miss Cookie Crumble continues her shenanigans.
She's definitely a troublemaker, that one. Bodyguards have to definitely keep an eye out for her. Keep her under control. She's a riot.
And here is the Alert Fire Company. Congratulations on nearly 150 years.
Yes.
Next year, their 150th anniversary.
And it looks like St. Mary's School is right behind them. Taking another peek at their fire engine. There we go. There's St. Mary's from Lee, Massachusetts. It's a small private Catholic school.
They offer a rigorous curriculum wrapped in a safe, nurturing environment. Open enrollment happening now.
They focus on student passions, curious minds. Very festive. Is that Stitch on top of her head? Did you see that?
I'm sure it was. That's the age group there.
Yeah.
The new Stitch movie.
So we got JB Nicola Builders. They have over a decade of experience in every construction phase, and they have a dedicated team to tackling everything from cozy home renovations to large-scale residential and commercial builds.
I want to thank folks for listening to our simulcast today on 89.7 WTBR in Pittsfield and 88.1 WSBR in Lee. Proud to be able to simulcast this parade on the radio. And if you're along the parade route, you know what's coming your way. It looks like we have Berkshire Jazz coming. They've been around since 2009. This nonprofit has been on a mission to preserve jazz, America's original art form, and help it thrive here in Berkshire County. Speaking of WTBR, a lot of jazz shows on WTBR, including Berkshire Jazz with Phil Tierney on Saturday nights.
Look at all those faces. Happy and eagerly awaiting the next unit. Let's take a listen to Berkshire's Jazz.
Talented Berkshire Jazz. They bring a lot of outside folks as well to, some of the bigger names in jazz come to the Berkshires.
They have a Berkshire Jazz Festival that's held on the Common every year.
Oh boy, Becky.
All right, here we go, Bob.
Hold on to your lunch boxes, because the Pittsfield Bus Operations team has turned a yellow school bus into a rolling day at the park. So we see some of the kids from the Pittsfield Public Schools.
I'm waiting to see the bus. Here we go. Oh, there's lots of green, so it looks like a park. Is that a slide on the top? Oh my goodness. From picnicking to seesawing, swinging to sliding, as you can see, this handmade float is a joyful tribute to childhood fun and everyone who's young at heart. It was crafted entirely by the hard-working bus staff, and proof that getting there is only half the fun. That is so cute. I love it.
It's very nice, and it looked like it won an award. Most Outstanding Float.
It won first place.
They had checkers on the side.
Oh, my goodness.
I was really impressed because I saw the top there, and I'm like, wow, they put cornhole boards up top. But no, those are just the vents.
No, those are just the vents, Bob. Don't get that excited. But look, there's an actual swing on the side of that. And a picnic table with checkers. And a seesaw. Oh, my goodness. All right. That's really good. Hold on to your lunch boxes, Bob.
I'm holding on. We're here at Historic Park Square.
All right, Chirpsickery Dance Center and all Berkshire Dance Team is next. You can see a little preview from above. Here they are now. Home to hundreds of talented dancers right here in Pittsfield, including my niece Evelyn. Got to give a little plug. They were just crowned Best of the Berkshires in 2024. They offer ballet, hip-hop, tap, acrobatics, and they do it all very well. Let's take a look. see if I can see my niece. They work hard. They have so many classes per week. They're so involved.
The trust you have to have in the people lifting you.
Yes. There she is. There's Evelyn. The second one in from the... Oh, now the third one in from the right. They put in so much time and energy into this dance and routines. It's a hard-working group at Terpsichore for Lord's War.
Well, as they continue to roll on through, we're going to keep an eye on the parade and take a short time out to mention some of our underwriters here at the 4th of July parade here on Pittsfield Community Television.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree is here. Apply at berkshirecc.edu to join Berkshire Community College for free. Berkshire Bank. Where you bank matters. Presenting Berkshire One, our digital suite of products with premium perks for everyday banking. Learn more at berkshirebank.com.
Happy 4th!
Here's the folks from Berkshire Health Systems.
Oh, and there's our friend Miss Massachusetts and Miss Teen Massachusetts.
They were awesome to chat with earlier.
They were so much fun.
So this is Miss Massachusetts 2025, Kayla Griffin, and Miss Massachusetts Teen 2025, Ava Dooley. Kaylee is a Northeastern grad and Champion Solutions for Unhoused Americans, while Ava, a Shrewsbury High senior, inspires youth through her Choreograph Your Future program.
So Berkshire Health Systems keeps blowing off little firecrackers of confetti. So there's multicolored confetti blowing all around. So you can see it going in front of Miss Massachusetts Teen and Miss Massachusetts.
Don't worry.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, it's coming on here too.
Not long after the parade, they'll have the street sweepers out.
Yes, they always do. All right, Bob. I'll try this one this year. We always rock, paper, scissors this one. So we've got Skullrinka, Ruffney O'Rourke. This high-spirited Irish dance school from Pittsfield is led by Jenny Darby and partners proudly with the Irish American Club of Berkshire County. From local stages to global competitions, they celebrate Irish culture with every step.
I went to Patrick's Pub on St. Patrick's Day because they would have taken my Irish Embassy card if I hadn't. And these folks performed there. They were absolutely wonderful.
That's great. And I believe they traveled to Ireland, was it last summer after the parade?
And here's the Irish American Club of the Berkshires, bringing the luck of the Irish and the spirit of community. Since 1964, they've kept Irish heritage alive through music, dance, language, and history lessons for all ages. And don't miss the Sunday Sons of Ireland every Sunday at 10 a.m. on WTBR 89.7 FM.
And then the Irish Sister City is right behind them. They're joined by friends from Ireland here to celebrate.
It's the Irish American Club. I would assume that's Rob Dwyer.
Oh, and Kevin Sherman.
Kevin Sherman, the Irish American Person of the Year.
How could we forget? It's a great honor. Kevin is very honored by it, humbled by it. I'm hearing more drums, Bob, so something's coming.
And here's the Sister City group from Ireland. Nobody checking in from Ireland yet on Facebook, although I'm sure they're watching.
What have we got so far, Bob?
Greetings from North Carolina. We've got a hello from Minnesota. They're going to be watching the Patriots marching band coming up from St. Anthony, Minnesota. Another Minnesota, Roseville, Minnesota. Someone watching from Florida. Champaign, Illinois.
All right, we got St. Peter's Drum Corps coming up. Founded in 1930, they've wowed audiences in 24 countries, 20 states, DC, and overseas. Let's take a listen.
St. Peter's Drum Corps, they got to play Stars and Stripes Forever for Pope John Paul II. Here come the Knights of Columbus. The Fraternal Order of Catholic Laymen and Clergy is devoted to serving the church, supporting families, and uplifting communities through charity and service. Right behind them is the St. Joseph Marian Center, World Apostolate of Fatima in the Albany, New York division. They're also known as the Blue Army.
And here's Lenco. Lenco is right here in Pittsfield, if you didn't know. As the nation's leading manufacturer of tactical armored vehicles, Lenco is trusted by police, fire, and military teams across the U.S. and beyond. Their flagship model, the Bearcat, is used in rescue missions and disaster response worldwide.
We miss her. My daughter Ashley's carrying the banner.
Oh! Ashley has grown up so much.
I know,
remember
right?
her as a little baby. The Bearcats are something else.
These are so cool. They also recently donated shields for the Pittsfield Police Department so they can, it was like $16,000 worth of shields.
Oh my
So
goodness.
if they get into a shooting
Right.
situation,
Shooting, yeah.
they won't have to gear up quickly. They can just get the shields and go to help save more lives.
It's very important. Safety is very important, and we're thankful that Lenco supports our community.
And some more bubbles. Well, here come the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires. They have their 2024 Youth of the Year. Danae Garrity is a senior at Pittsfield High, 3.9 GPA.
Woo!
Graduated June 8th and will be heading to Siena College to study criminology. She's been a member for 14 years, thrived in Smart Girls, Keystone, and Camp Russell.
I know my niece, my youngest niece, enjoys Camp Russell. Boys and Girls Club does a great job with all of their programming.
I believe they got their Chili and Chowder Fest coming up next Friday.
Congratulations to them. And here we go, Bob. We have Sunny Star Scout. So, hey, every pony. Look who's trotting into Pittsfield. It's Sunny Star Scout from My Little Pony, straight from Maritime Bay. Sunny is a curious, adventurous earth pony turned alicorn with a shooting star mark and a mission to spread magic and harmony across pony kind. She's 14 feet, guided by 8 of her pals. down the route. I remember My Little Ponies from when I was a kid.
I remember My Little Ponies from when my kids made me buy all of them.
Yes. We got Berkshire Museum next.
Pittsfield Gem since 1903, located right on South Street. The museum connects art, history, and natural science to spark imagination and inspire wonder for all ages. They're going to be reopening in spring of 2026.
Looking to brand new aquarium, their new exciting exhibits, and fully renovated first floor. And this mobile unit is really, really cool. All right, here we go. We have another band, Valley Thunder Drum and Bugle Corps. It's an official ensemble of the Connecticut Hurricanes. Valley Thunder gives musicians a chance to perform without the full DCI commitment. That's Drum Corps International.
Let's take a listen. And here comes the new Ashford Fire Department, proudly led today by Chief Frank Speth III and Deputy Chief Gary Sagendorf. Their command vehicle, Car 1 Engine 2, was recently acquired from Pelham, and their powerful 2021 Tanker 1 will be here as well. If you want to work with them and be a new recruit, stop by on a Tuesday night. And as the new Ashford Fire Department rolls through, we're going to keep an eye on the parade and acknowledge some of our underwriters here. The 4th of July parade here on PCTV.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. KJ Nosh Catering Company is a full-service catering company operating from 3 locations, led by Chef Mike Mungeon and Food and Beverage Director Sky Vella. KJ Nosh Catering specializes in weddings, rehearsals, showers, brunches, and everything in between. For inquiries, call 413-464-9582. This year marks 125 years of the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires, supporting local youth and families, from preschool and mentoring to after-school programs and summer camp fun. We've been here helping generations grow, learn, and thrive. We're proud of our past and excited for what's next. Here's to 125 years strong and the future ahead.
There's the Pittsfield Elks Lodge 272. Their 1966 Ford pickup playing classical patriotic tunes, followed by Lodge Marchers and a vintage 1963 Rambler American. Well, we have a minute. We've been looking through some of the Facebook comments. Want to acknowledge Aaron Cassavant, who's watching from Germany. He got stationed there 2 days before July 4th, and it's his first 4th without his family. So, Aaron, thank you for your service.
Yes. Yes, yes, Germany. That's the furthest so far.
And here is Ms. Rebel Progress, a local drag queen and proud mom to a beautiful 11-year-old daughter, bringing light to the community through dazzling performances and meaningful acts of kindness.
And here's the Berkshire Dream Center. Since 2011, this 501c3 nonprofit has served over 15,000 people annually with compassion and purpose.
Love the Dream
From their restaurant-style soup kitchen to a market-style food pantry, free clothing, and weekly programs, they walk beside those in need, helping lift lives from despair to discovery. And I remember when they first started, and Roots you know, grassroots, boots to the ground, canvassing the neighborhood. Just a great organization, does amazing things for our community.
And they bring in like celebrity chefs to come in and cook some nights, and the chefs are so happy to do it.
It's just amazing to see how far they've come in these 14 years, from just being a few people, like I said, just going door to door in the Morningside community, just trying to meet some needs. Jesse and Caitlin Miner doing great things here in the community. They're the minds behind this.
Here's First Cut Construction, specializing in excavating and paving. They deliver top quality work and committed to excellent sustainability and customer care. And they bring in some of their trucks. Look at that bad boy.
Woo! So we've got some Arizona love from Scottsdale, Arizona. We've got Denver, Colorado, Tucson, Arizona. So we've got some Arizona and out west love. An annual tradition that's loved by so many.
Truck called the Dirty Bird.
Look at those wheels. Those wheels are huge.
They're shiny. You can see yourself in those.
It's like those axes.
I know. How do you do that?
And that classic car. That's a lot of TLC there, Bob. D&D Patty is on. Oh my gosh, that would be a fun little whip, the Polaris one in the back there.
Yeah, I would take that over the golf cart.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of love from Florida here.
Up here is Team Resurrection.
The off-road.
Yeah, their mission: conquer the most challenging terrain and push past limits while giving back to the community. Oh, you thought that was cool. These are actually being driven and flying.
Yes. I have been on a four-wheeler back when I was growing up. My uncle had one on his property in Louisiana, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Some of my friends have some too. Yes, we love the Sunrisers, Drum and Bugle Corps, and all the marching bands, Drum and Fife Corps too.
The tough part about a parade is you can't really open those bad boys up.
They're revving their engines.
Yeah, they're trying. They want to.
And they're rolling down the parade route, Bob. They're rolling on.
With pride and community spirit.
Yes. And here we go. This is a new one, the Just Kickin' It Barbecue. Serving up Southern flavor with a smoky twist. This bold blue trailer and its iconic Pig in a Chef's Hat logo have become a local favorite. They have ribs to pulled pork. You can follow them on Facebook.
It's really not fair that they roll through the parade without free samples.
Right? I've heard,
at least for the hosts, right?
I've heard their mac and cheese with some of the meat is really good. We'll see.
Well, here's Paul Dutton in the 1964 Studebaker Marshall police car. Only one of 30 produced.
Wow.
This vintage cruiser rolled off the line in the final year of Studebaker production in South Bend, Indiana, with roots going back to 1853. They made wagons even for Abraham Lincoln. Studebaker became famous for his bold designs like the Hawk, Avante, and Lark. It's a true showstopper on wheels.
And it's rolling on down the parade route. Speaking of rolling down the parade route, look at this view. This view is really fun. You can see more units coming up. Something to look forward to, including the Greater Kensington String Band, which is one of our favorites. They were performing at the Common last night. They bring some Philly flair to Pittsfield. They were formed in 1944, and they first dazzled crowds in the Mummers Parade in 1946. Let's take a listen and look at those fun costumes. And these are different costumes from last year. They're always fun. Maestro strumming up the band. They've got a lot of heart, Bob.
Sure do. That was awesome.
That's amazing.
Well, now we got the folks from Casella Waste Management from Cheshire, led by Division Manager Stephen Hayter. Of course, a partner with the City of Pittsfield. And if you have Friday Trash Day in the City of Pittsfield like I do, don't put out your trash today.
I'm glad we had our trash day yesterday,
They're
so
not,
we
they're
didn't
not
have to
coming
remember
till
that.
tomorrow.
So those
Trash
trucks
truck
are
all decked out.
definitely very familiar here in Pittsfield, for sure. So it looks like Unico is right behind them.
Unico just does incredible things throughout the Berkshires.
So much community service, so much education. They unite volunteers in such a way and do so much for this community. And they love, this is a tradition, beloved tradition for them to be in this parade and be with a balloon.
Might have to reset
And I think being with the sun,
Give me one
with the
sec.
sunglasses is the perfect fit for them. And that is a cool sun balloon rocking those shades like it's summer all year long. It's got a bright smile and even better attitude.
Oh, Unico brought some cars this year.
Yes, they sure did. Very festive.
I've always wanted one of those.
I would love a Jeep so much. Scott and I were just, my husband and I were just talking about that during this past week.
That's a tricked out golf cart.
Mazomanie, Wisconsin. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Did I pronounce it right? Doing that for you, Sarah. Ooh, they've got some festive music along with their unit.
All right, get the sunglasses out.
Here we go. I love, love, love this balloon. It knows how to light up a parade route, doesn't it, Bob?
You know what? That sun really has some main character energy.
And it reminds us all to keep shining. And on this sunny day, don't forget your sunglasses. Never, ever forget our sunglasses. Right, Bob?
Or your sunscreen.
Yes. Sunscreen is very,
If
very
you want to keep
good
that
too.
skin looking young at heart, you got to have the sunscreen.
Yes, you sure do. And keep hydrated too.
Yes.
The sun shining and the heat, yes. Keep hydrated. That's quite the smile on that balloon.
Oh, yeah, the opportunity one thing called the volunteers. I know they were looking
Yes.
for banner carriers and things like that leading up to it.
It is a lot of hard work to find volunteers for this because certain things you have to be over 18 to participate in carrying.
Well, now we have the Gladys Allen Brigham Community Center and their Youth of the Year, Ismael Bruce, a natural leader in after-school programs. Ismael is known for his kindness, patience, and willingness to help others while they're supporting teachers and guiding young students. It's a shining example of leadership in the community. See Abby Allard in the car as well.
Oh, here we go, Bob. Here we go. It's the Shriners. Founded in 1934 and affiliated with the Melhouse Shrine Club in Springfield, these spirited Shriners bring heart, humor, and hope wherever they go. They support 24 nonprofit hospitals, including 2 in Massachusetts, that provide top care to children at no cost to families.
They do just incredible work, and I don't know if this is a word or not. I might be coining a new phrase, but I think they're absolutely fez-tastic.
I agree, Bob. Fez-tastic folks of the Berkshire Shrine Club. I think you heard it here first, folks. Fez-tastic.
Always a huge hit in the parade.
Yes, this part is always something to look forward to. They're so much fun. Look at that. Woo! Revving that engine and rolling on. And it brings so much joy to them too. You know,
Oh, look at that.
these Shriners are definitely young at heart, Bob. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I don't know about you. This is true meaning of the parade right here.
Hey, if you know someone in today's parade who'd like to see it, or you'd like to watch today's coverage again, you can watch on PCTV Access Pittsfield. It will re-air today at 7 p.m., tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. and 8 p.m., July 10th at 10 p.m., and July 6th at 10 p.m., and July 7th at 6:30. You can always watch it soon on our PCTV Select app on demand.
And that's what makes Pittsfield Community Television amazing, because you all make it accessible to beyond Pittsfield. You make it accessible to Berkshires, Massachusetts, and beyond. We've seen, we've had everybody from Germany to Florida, out to Arizona. Like, it's just incredible, incredible how much you've grown over the years since I've been here in the Berkshires. And I'm happy to be a part of it every year.
I don't think I could drive that with those boots. Those giant clown shoes.
Looks like I was close to pronouncing that town in Minnesota. Long A's. Mazoo. Okay, I got it. Thanks, Sarah. I hope you visit us too. Pittsfield is definitely the heart of the Berkshires, as we say.
Well, here's Crispy Cone's soft serve ice cream.
Aha. I love me a good soft serve ice cream, not
Absolutely, and they got that playground behind the facility as well. There's looking for John Lavardi.
Here's a DE banner. And then it's.
Is this the?
Is this? It looks like this is a Taconic.
This is the. Nope. This is the.
Nope.
Oh, it's both.
It's both.
We got the Pittsfield girls basketball team
and
the Taconic boys basketball team. Both teams went to the Final Four this year.
I loved following each team closely. We have so many talented athletes here in Pittsfield at Pittsfield High and Taconic High School.
Yeah, Pittsfield High girls finally got that elusive Western Mass championship this year. Taconic rolled to the Final Four. It was an absolute honor and pleasure to call games for both of them. Well, here comes the Berkshire Bewitches, formed to spread positivity while supporting food banks and raising awareness for domestic violence and cancer. Each witch crafts her own outfit and broom.
Looking forward to seeing some of these since they craft them themselves. Looks like they're all mostly patriotic themed today. Got a few outliers, but oh, it's Miley Cyrus again.
Yes.
Let's take a listen and watch their performance. Always gets you in a good mood, I feel like. Here we go. We have Lennox. Excuse me. We already saw Pittsfield. I just have Pittsfield on the brain today. It's Lennox Fire Department. And it is under new leadership of a newly appointed chief.
Yeah, Robert Casucci recently appointed as chief.
That's great. They extend a heartfelt thank you to the residents and taxpayers of Lennox for supporting the soon-to-be completed public safety complex. The team is excited for moving day and the future of fire safety in their town. From Lennox to Pittsfield, thank you for your service.
One of those old school trucks.
I love seeing.
Isn't it awesome?
They're just.
And then one of the new school trucks.
Yeah. Integral part of the parade are fire trucks of all.
We're going to keep an eye on the parade, and we'll be back here on PCTV.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree is here. Apply at berkshirecc.edu to join Berkshire Community College for free. Berkshire Bank. Where you bank matters. Presenting Berkshire One, our digital suite of products with premium perks for everyday banking. Learn more at berkshirebank.com.
To the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. We saw Berkshire Theater Group come by during the break, and lots of great things. We saw a lot of the youth. Did Magic Treehouse this year, Matilda Jr., all kinds of great events in the education program.
There's the Car Hardware banner. Next, we have up Berkshire, Brazil. Since 2022, this lively cultural group has lit up our region with samba dancers, powerful drummers, and the rich traditions of Afro-Brazilian celebration. Let's take a listen and look to see what they are performing. East Coast USA pageant winners. Sadie Jean from Cheshire, Mass., our local Miss Massachusetts representing East Coast USA pageants. For 24 years, East Coast USA has empowered contestants of all ages and backgrounds with a mission rooted in confidence, kindness, and community.
And here's the American Red Cross of Western Massachusetts. Always ready, always there, whether it's responding to local home fires or rushing in after tornadoes, hurricanes, and wildfires across the country. They bring comfort and care when it's needed most. Over 90% of its workforce is made up of volunteers. The Red Cross is powered by compassion and community.
Well, it looks like the Dalton Fire Department is following them. They've been proudly serving since 1899. With a dedicated team of over 30 members, they provide top-notch fire protection and emergency medical response to Dalton and beyond. Don't forget to check out the Dalton Fighter Fires Association, too, where tradition meets teamwork. Here's to 125 years of courage and community. Here we go. Let's see if they'll do the cartwheels. Here we go, here we go. Yeah!
They do everything.
Yes, they sure do. That's a tradition I always look forward to as well, seeing the cartwheels. They're egging him on to do another cartwheel. Let's see if he'll do it. Woo! There we go! They did it. Love it. Love the crowd's encouragement and the interaction. You know they're loving the parade when that happens.
There's engine 3.
They're all shined up, ready to roll, Bob. Oh, I can't stare at the face of that one too long. With that spinning light.
Oh, yeah. So we get the view again from 7 North of historic Park Square, looking down at the parade. One expense the parade committee does not have is employees. Every single person involved, from the 15 members of the board of directors to the 35 local individuals who are on the street in the field this year, are all volunteers.
As you heard when I was talking to Real emphasized that they really need volunteers.
And there is going to be fireworks tonight and baseball at
Yes,
Wacona
I'm
Park.
excited to see baseball back at Wacona Park, the Berkshire Adult Baseball League here in Pittsfield. in the Berkshires are putting it on, and I'm just really excited. The Berkshire Adult Baseball group is a great group of guys. They have fun, and they've used Clap Park over the years for their games, but now they're moving up to Wacona Park, so that should be exciting.
They were there last year, and Hot Plate Brewery is going to be there serving beverages, and there'll be pizza as well, I believe, from Liberty Pizza for sale.
So here we go. We have 413 Cheer LLC with both instructional non-travel teams and competitive all-star travel squads. These athletes are building serious skills and confidence. This season they earned bids to the All-Star Worlds in Orlando, Florida. Focus on athlete development both on and off the mat. 413 Cheers proves that hard work and high-flying fun keeps every athlete strong. And it looks like they're going to be performing for us. So let's take a look.
Some more cartwheels.
Crowd loves it when they do that, and they're going wild behind us for it. They must still be doing it behind us, Bob, because the audience is going wild.
Well, here comes Berkshire Thunder and Lightning, the youth track and field, founded over 15 years ago by Dave Hall and Al Najimi. This amazing program offers free track and field lessons all summer long for kids aged 5 through 17.
When I worked for the city, I worked with Dave and Al, and we brought the city a youth track and field day, so youth could come to the track at Taconic High School and try out all sorts of events.
And from what I understand, the track is almost done at Taconic High School. I saw some pictures the other day.
That'll be really good to have that back.
Here's the Adams Forest Ward Department and their brand new Brush 2 unit. This powerhouse vehicle is the department's primary response rig for brush fires, search and rescue missions, and emergencies.
And here's the Berkshire Fatherhood Coalition. They are celebrating 22 years in Pittsfield 4th of July Parade. Berkshire Fatherhood Coalition is a volunteer nonprofit dedicating to uplifting the role of fathers and strengthening the bonds between dads and their children. Their message is kids need their dads. And there's the Green Center.
Yeah, the pillar of care and compassion in the Berkshires. Founded in 1920 as the nation's first free mental health clinic, this organization has grown into the region's largest behavioral health provider. They remain committed to patient-centered care, where healing begins with heart.
There's another beautiful shot of overhead and looking ahead to what's coming our way.
I hear some music. Oh, look at this.
Oh, this is what Rebecca was really looking forward to today. The Mortal Beasts and Deities, sponsored by Pittsfield's Oberly family. This breathtaking group features dancers from New York and New England, including 2 from here in Pittsfield. For nearly 30 years, they've brought their larger-than-life magic to parades in New York City, New Orleans, and beyond. They remind us today that imagination has no height limit. This is something else.
I couldn't walk 3 feet in those, never mind an entire parade.
No way. That's fun. entries in the parade. Live and this is one of my favorites. Take it away, Bob.
Absolutely, the Wo-Fat Brass Band. Let's take a listen. Pittsfield Cooperative Bank, headquartered in Pittsfield since 1889. They've served the Berkshires with trusted, personalized financial solutions for over 130 years. Awesome job. That group was founded in 2012 in Philadelphia.
It's hard for us right now because we're still here in the band, but here's Co-op.
And that must be the cash machine coming. You can catch that at some of their branches over the summer. And here is the Berkshire Family YMCA and their 2025 Youth of the Year, Jason Fields, who spent the past 2 years coaching pre-K and kindergarten basketball, refereeing games for grades 3 through 8, and playing unified basketball in the winter. Jason leads by example and uplifts everyone around him. There's Jason.
Congratulations to Jason.
It's a big dude right there.
Good for him for getting so involved. It's important for our youth to have mentors.
Absolutely.
And here's our second place award winner for our floats. Dive into a good book. Bailey Underwood dreamed up this whimsical undersea float in loving memory of her mom, Dion, who was devoted to helping others and sharing the magic of stories. Dion adored reading and the underwater world, and with help from family, friends, and community partners, Bailey brings that dream to life, reminding us that books can take us anywhere, even under the sea. Oh, I love this float.
They got bubbles coming off of it.
Oh, and they got a submarine and an octopus. Looks like they're handing out some books to kids.
Here's Town Square Media. Slater and Marjo in the morning on Live 95.9. Eric Green and Jackson on Whoopi. Ryan Posey on WNAW. Jesse Stewart on WSBS. And Sports and News Talk on AM 1420 WBEC. Coming with all them vehicles.
Oh, it looks like Marjo is on the horn.
Dave Isby. Slapshot Hillbillies rolling with Town Square Media. They're going to be kicking off live on the lake at Anota Park this coming Wednesday.
Live on the lake are Wednesdays from 6 to 8 at Burbank Park.
And here's Miss Freedom Trail 2025, Nevaeh Williams, proud native of Pittsfield. Nevaeh recently represented Pittsfield in the Miss Massachusetts competition, and she supports the AYJ Fund, which supports children with cancer and advances research on pediatric brain tumors.
Oh my goodness, Bob! Guess who lands to me now?
There you go.
It's where I work now, Berkshire Community College. BCC was the very first community college in the Commonwealth and is now celebrating 65 years of opening doors to higher education. BCC proudly offers free community college to all Massachusetts residents without a bachelor's degree. Mark your calendars for August 16th. Join them for Community Fest. It's a family-friendly day packed with food trucks, sports, hikes, learning, and fun. BCC, where opportunity begins and community grows. Love you guys! And there's our new coach, Ava Gale Rising, for our varsity volleyball.
Yes.
And some of our volleyball players. We're very excited for our varsity sports coming to BCC. Volleyball will be in the fall, and baseball will be in the spring, and our coaches are amazing. Ava Gale Rising, assistant coach Chelsea Garrison.
Was your job supposed to dress as Burke?
No.
I see Burke's not there today.
Burke is not there today. Burke sometimes gets really overheated, so anyway.
Well, here's the Berkshire Eagle. Started way back in 1789 as the Western Star in Stockbridge.
Oh, and there's our PCTV banner right behind.
Look at that cool car.
Wow. Here we go. There's their banner.
PCTV banner. That is, I believe, 3 logos ago now.
That's an old
Sean,
logo.
we'll have to put that in our budget to get that. Oh, here we go. The Patriots Marching Band. Lots of folks from Minnesota were requesting this one. Strike up the band with the Patriots Marching Band representing Minnesota. These talented musicians. Is it Pittsfield, Minnesota?
Representing Pittsfield High School.
Yeah.
So it must be from where they are from.
Well, let's listen in. Actually from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What?
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ah. And that's dedication right there, being in a boot, marching with their xylophone. are distinguished members of St. John's Lodge number 10, Free and Accepted Masons. They proudly represent the 3rd Masonic District of the Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Massachusetts. They are based right here in Berkshire County, and they carry forward a rich tradition of brotherhood, service, and community leadership. And they do a lot for our community.
Another cool vehicle.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right. Another thing I wouldn't do is any of this while walking a parade, but I do not have the talent that Renegade Fitness does. Home of MetFix Renegade and located right here in Pittsfield at 1573 East Street, Suite C. Their mission, helping people get off the couch, off the carbs, into a stronger, healthier lifestyle.
Oh, look at that little one.
Oh, that's not a real weight.
That's fun. Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Aha, they made a big one. That would definitely break me if that was real. I can't really lift that much anyway. Maybe 10 pounds max, I don't know.
On a good day.
On a good day. I do have a pinched nerve and bulging disc, so that I do have that in my defense.
They're carrying the vehicle with the weight on it.
Wow. That's some dedication right there. And then we have Cheshire Fire Department. Their beautifully restored 1935 Diamond T pumper is out front, as you can see. The department's new addition follows closely as state-of-the-art 2025 E1 pumper, ready to serve the community for years to come. We have an accordion player on this vehicle. I don't know if we can take a listen or not, but hopefully we can.
There we go, now we can hear it.
Yeah, there we go.
There's the folks from Patriot Car Wash. Multiple locations throughout the area. And I bet you they were visited by some of these folks before they came out on the parade route. It's the Pittsfield Piston Poppers Car Club.
Wow. I love that color and sheen. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's all good. That's all.
In awe.
Celebrating 75 years. They were founded in 1950 by young car lovers in Berkshire County. And it was officially chartered by the National Hot Rod Association in 1956, making it one of the oldest active clubs in the country.
And then there's Albany Berkshire Ballet. Founded in the mid-1950s, this nationally recognized company is celebrated for its versatility. It performs both classical masterpieces and bold contemporary works. Their beloved production of The Nutcracker graced the national stage on ABC's Good Morning America in 1955. They continue to inspire generations.
Looks like the Cannarella School of Dance is also with them.
Yes. They partner with them on the Nutcracker performance to make it a community performance.
And here's Berkshire Bank, surrounded by some of their Berkshire County employees with their families, celebrating 180 years of service right here where it all began in Pittsfield.
behind them is Youth Alive and Rites of Passage and Empowerment Program. Youth Alive is a step, dance, and drum line. It was born in Pittsfield in 1995 from the vision of 2 local teens and is a vibrant group of youth ages 8 to 18. Let's take a listen and see what they do.
Well, here's Strawberry Shortcake. Created in 1977 as a greeting card character, she became a beloved icon in the 80s, starring in TV shows and movies and filling toy chests everywhere. 14 feet today.
I think that's very sweet, Bob. Very sweet. That is a throwback to my childhood as well.
Now here comes the Adamsville Ancient Fife and Drum Corps. Founded in 1988, they're celebrating 37 years of bringing the sounds of early America to life through the greater Albany area and beyond. Let's listen in. And here's Pittsfield Little League, founded in 1950, celebrating 75 years of bringing kids together on the diamond to learn about baseball and sportsmanship. A lot of the players you see at the high school level heading state championship games came out of Pittsfield Little League. I don't think they're throwing anything this year, Becky, so I don't have to protect you.
Am I safe? You were my
I believe
hero.
you're safe.
How much was it last year? Year before that? Yeah. Bob saved me from a thing of bubble gum being chucked at my head. But Pittsfield Little League has been around for so long. And this is Smokey Bear and the Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation. Bureau of Fire Control. Only you can prevent wildfires, and here to remind us is none other than Smokey Bear himself. Riding along with the Massachusetts Department of Conservation and Recreation's Bureau of Fire Control, Smokey is a beloved symbol of wildlife prevention, especially here in District 12. With help from the U.S. Forest Service, Smokey visits schools, events, and communities statewide, spreading awareness and wisdom with that iconic hat and heart. Thanks for keeping our forests and future safe, Smokey.
We're going to keep an eye on the parade and acknowledge some of our underwriters here on the 4th of July parade here on Pittsfield Community Television.
Underwriting support for today's broadcast of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade is provided by Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. KJ Nosh Catering Company is a full-service catering company operating from 3 locations, led by Chef Mike Mungeon and Food and Beverage Director Sky Vella. KJ Nosh Catering specializes in weddings, rehearsals, showers, brunches, and everything in between. For inquiries, call 413-464-9582. This year marks 125 years of the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires, supporting local youth and families, from preschool and mentoring to after-school programs and summer camp fun. We've been here helping generations grow, learn, and thrive. We're proud of our past and excited for what's next. Here's to 125 years strong and the future ahead.
During the break, we saw Alzheimer's Association go by, but now it's Lee Bank rolling in with Generation X Rock Band. Let's take a listen.
That's the Phoenix Theaters, Beacon Cinema. The ice cream, I think, is just for ice cream. You got the Minecraft for the Minecraft movie. I'm assuming the dinosaurs for Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Why do people keep going to Jurassic Park?
I don't know.
Nobody goes there.
Nobody learns.
And comes out unscathed. Like,
I know.
It's always a problem when you go there. Just stop going there.
I know. Just don't go back.
When Jurassic Park comes out, I'm not sure when it does come out. You can see it at the Phoenix Theaters.
Came out a little bit of, not too long ago. So we have the Trojan Horns Brass Band. Get ready to groove. Blending the soul of New Orleans with edge of New York City. They bring their infectious energy. So let's take a listen.
And here comes a Berkshire classic, the great Josh Billings Runaground, named after 19th century humorist and Lanesboro native Josh Billings, who famously said, "To finish is to win." And these folks are going to have absolutely no problem on this parade route because they'll typically do a 27-mile bike ride, a 5-mile paddle, or a 10K run to the iconic Tanglewood Gates.
It's really cute and creative that they have the canoe and the finish at Tanglewood. There's just a slight holdup because the Trojan Horns Brass Band was performing right in front of us, which was a treat.
Yep, fine by me.
Yes, very talented. I love the bands. Good luck to everybody participating in the Josh Billings. Now we have the U.S. Sorry, Bob, do you want to take this?
Sure, U.S. Taekwondo and Archery kicking up confidence and aiming for success. Their dynamic before and after school and summer programs serve kids from kindergarten through 7th grade, blending martial arts, archery, academics, and character building all under one roof. I don't believe they're going to be demonstrating the archery today, which save you from candy, but not an arrow.
Right, thank you. some board breaking, Bob. I don't know if I would be able to do that. Would you be able to do that?
Let's see.
Good job.
It would depend on my mood.
Yeah, that's true.
The other night when the Red Sox gave up 8 unanswered runs, I probably could have broken a board.
Yes. And you were there in person for that.
I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, no?
I was there for the day game,
Oh, okay, okay.
which was the night before, which got rained out after 3 innings.
Right, right. That was a nasty storm that came through. And it made its way to Boston.
It did,
from here.
eventually.
Whoa. There we go.
Oh!
Watch out. Flying wood there.
So they're more agile than I. I wouldn't have been able to get out of the way of that. It would have hit me right in the head.
I feel like it would have hit me too. I have some freak accidents sometimes. It always seems to happen to me.
I'd like to take a minute to thank our community access, partner community access organizations who are sharing the parade to as many local cable subscribers as possible. This includes Northern Berkshire County Television in Northern Berkshire, Dalton Community Television, Lanesboro Community Television, and Community Television for Southern Berkshires in the Southern Berkshire area.
So now we have the Windsor Volunteer Fire Department. They've been proudly serving the community since 1957. The Windsor crew embodies what it means to be neighbors helping neighbors. They have a deep love for their team, and they're always ready to answer the call.
I'll tell you what, Becky, I'm running out of pages here.
I know.
We're almost at the end.
I feel like we're getting there. We're at 146, and there is 154. Well, 155, including the end police vehicles. So we're getting there.
Well, here's Berkshire County Cars and Coffee. Group of local car enthusiasts brings together community, cool rides and conversations. They got a colorful float and a few standout member vehicles on display. Do they have some coffee on display that they can hand off to us?
I know. That would be another great sample
So we're
moment.
like trapped in the booth. We don't get any coffee or anything.
Are you a coffee or a tea drinker?
Coffee.
Coffee? Tea. Tea for me.
Okay. My wife's a tea person.
Yes. My husband's a coffee drinker and a tea drinker, but mostly coffee. Oh, they've got some motorcycles on that trailer.
Very cool.
They're rolling on down the street. Ooh, look at this, Bob. The yellow one with the... Oh, they already went by it on the camera. Is that a big number 4? I see. It's hard to tell.
Oh, yep, for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
See, it's backwards now, but once it passes us.
Right, right. It'll make sense once it passes us. Revving their engines, ready to roll.
Here's the Hinsdale Volunteer Fire Department. Squad 1 from the Hinsdale Volunteer Fire Department, the 1996 Darley Fire Pumper, led by Fire Chief Ralph Cormier, is an example of service, strength, and small town heart. Carries water gear, Squad 1 is always ready to answer the call. And I believe the bus is the warming bus that they bring out to fires.
Okay. They have a tanker in front of the bus.
There's really nothing worse than fighting a fire when it's 30 below, spraying all the water everywhere. It's the rehab unit. So they bring that out and the firefighters can hop in and heat back up.
Next is Hinsdale Days organization. They're magic makers behind Christmas in July in Hinsdale, Mass. Plus splash parties for kids, Eagle Band concerts, and so much more. All free.
I think we got a surprise coming too.
I know, I'm looking forward to the blue. But Hinsdale Days, brings joy to the community, one festive event at a time. Look closely. I think I saw Santa, and he even has some reindeer there too.
There's the reindeer.
He's trading sleigh bells for sparklers and celebrating the 4th.
And here's Brady Smurf, another harbinger of my childhood.
Yes, samesies.
The know-it-all of Smurf Village. Brady's bringing his big brain, an even bigger balloon to the Pittsfield Parade today.
I think that's a Smurf-tacular sight, Bill.
It sure is.
Bob. Oh my God, I did it again. Billy Bob. Bob Heck. Oh my gosh. Here's the Pittsfield Parade Committee. The crew behind today. It's a big volunteer group committed to their city and bringing you this, and they can't do it without your help. Volunteers are still needed, so if you're interested, get in touch with them because they always are in need of volunteers.
See April White and Pete White.
Rael.
Not related.
Nope. Rael Gadori.
Yeah,
He's the head of Float Street now.
Getting ready to collect the bucket brigade.
Yeah,
You just
the
throw a
bucket
couple
brigade.
Everybody just throws a couple
There's
of bucks
Rebecca
in there,
Breen.
and the parade's like paid for.
Rebecca Breen right there. I think that's her son on her right. Then we have the J.H. Maximilian, but we are closing out with the Sunrisers Drum and Bugle Corps. They were founded in 1950. Let's take a listen. The Sunrisers Drum and Bugle Corps came to us
all the way from Long Island to be with us today.
Yes. They definitely instill dedication, discipline, and pride.
So we take one more view from above the historic Park Square.
Looks
we get
like
ready
the
to wrap
crowd
up
is dispersing as the end of the parade is here. Thank you for spending your morning with us here. It's just under 2 hours for the
not
parade.
bad,
Not bad at all. With 154 units. So that's a good parade today. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Now, Becky, thank you so much for being a part of it again this year.
Yeah, thank you. It's always good to be with you, Bob. I know your name, I swear. That was just a little oopsie.
We got Jody Spielman, our stage manager.
Yes, Jody.
Eric grabbing us our water
Yes.
as needed throughout the program today. Tons of volunteers
Yes.
put on this parade.
There's
Rob,
Dave.
Dave, and Tom. Rob's on the jib camera.
That's a fun one, right? There he is.
There he is right there with Tom's shot. Lots of other wonderful volunteers today. There's Samuel.
Samuel! Hello, hello. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's us.
There we are.
And Jackie Sedera's taking that picture of us. Oh, no, it's Tom. It's Tom.
It's Tom.
Maybe they switched. I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, that's an overhead view.
Oh, it's now they got like 3 cameras
Yes,
at us. I don't
I
know what's
know.
going on. And of course, our crew in the truck.
Yes.
I was sort of expecting to see a picture of the crew in the truck.
Right?
So
Me too.
I know Sean's in there.
Oh, there's Jeff. I love your
There's
hat.
Jeff Turner.
The umbrella. That's smart. Keeping his head covered.
So again, I want to thank all of our volunteers and PCTV staff who were voluntold to be here today.
Yes. I'm a volunteer, but I love to be here, spend time with you and all of the PCTV crew.
Yeah, so thank you all for
Wonderful crew.
joining us from throughout the country and
Yes, and beyond.
throughout the world. And thanks to everybody that came out and supported the 4th of July parade again this year. And we're looking to, can I snag you for another year?
I think so.
I think so.
so.
Non-committal.
I love the parade. I can't get away from the parade, so I'll most likely be back.
And there's Rick on the camera as well. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. For Becky Manship, I'm Bob Heck. Thanks for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you next year.
Yeah, see you next year. Have a great 4th, everybody. Be safe.
Thank you for joining us live at Park Square for Pittsfield Community Television's coverage of the Pittsfield 4th of July Parade 2025. We would like to once again thank our program underwriters for their support of today's broadcast. Greylock Federal Credit Union, proud to support coverage of the 4th of July Parade on PCTV. Greylock Federal Credit Union, with multiple locations throughout the Berkshires. Find out more at greylock.org. Berkshire Community College. Free community college for any Massachusetts resident without a bachelor's degree is here. Apply at berkshirecc.edu to join Berkshire Community College for free. Berkshire Bank, where you bank matters. Presenting Berkshire One, our digital suite of products with premium perks for everyday banking. Learn more at berkshirebank.com. KJ Nosh Catering Company is a full-service catering company operating from 3 locations. Led by Chef Mike Mungin and Food and Beverage Director Sky Vella, KJ Nosh Catering specializes in weddings, rehearsals, showers, brunches, and everything in between. For inquiries, call 413-464-9582. This year marks 125 years of the Boys and Girls Club of the Berkshires supporting local youth and families. From preschool and mentoring to after-school programs and summer camp fun, we've been here helping generations grow, learn, and thrive. We're proud of our past and excited for what's next. Here's to 125 years strong and the future ahead. Finally, thank you for joining us and for your support of our organization. On behalf of the volunteers, staff, and board of directors at Pittsfield Community Television and WTBR FM, we wish you a happy and safe Independence Day. Happy birthday, America!